This is Cade F.O.N Apollyon, and I'm gonna show y'all idiots how to make my world famous potato, tomato, onion noodle soup. I only use the finest quality ingredients available, which are currently unavailable, so we'll have to make do with the shit that we got. You'll need, let's see, I haven't thought this through, so this is a 1 pound box of rotini noodles. I'll sometimes use penne or elbow noodles. You can use whatever kind of noodles you want. It was decided yesterday that rotini was the choice. This is a 1 pound box, but we're only going to use about 8 to 10 ounces out of this box. If you use more than that, you'll have noodle, potato, onion, tomato soup. We've got a 1 pound, 12 ounce can. It's just 794 grams it looked like. This camera sucks ass. So, tomato sauce, which is, fuck it, I'll read it off camera. 29 ounces, which is 1 pound, 13 ounces, or 822 grams. So yeah, this is 28 ounces, this is 28 ounce, and this is 29 ounce, that's right. And I today am actually going to use an accessory can. I'm going to put extra tomatoes in it. This is a 14.5 ounce or 411 gram additional of the same petite ass bullshit. I prefer to use whole tomatoes, whole canned tomatoes, and cut them up myself so I can remove all the seeds, get any skin chunks out, but also so I can cut it in bigger chunks. Unfortunately, these are a bunch of wimps that I live with. Well, yeah, all that. Anyway, yeah, they don't like the bigger chunks. So I usually buy just regular diced and not the petite diced, but anyway, we're about to have a visitor. Hello. What do you want? I'm busy. Okay. White onion, not yellow, not red, white. White onion, and yes, we're going to use the whole goddamn onion in this. This is, let's see, a 5 pound bag of potatoes. But we're going to use probably between 8 to 10 potatoes. Another bag over here. But I guess these would be medium to small potatoes. But we're just going to peel them and then cut them up in small chunks. I'll take pictures of that shit later. But we're going to use probably between 8 to 10 of these. Maybe a couple more. These are pretty firm. You want to feel them to see if they're firm. And these are pretty firm, because if they're not firm, you may want to put in an extra couple of potatoes, because when you cook them, they're going to get soft, and this is going to be cooking for a couple hours, so they'll fall apart. Alright, we got all that bullshit. You're going to need about 2 tablespoons of margarine. It adds flavor and a little bit of salt, but what it mainly does is keeps the potatoes from sticking to the bottom of the pan. It just adds a little oil without being too oily, and adds flavor. That way we don't have to add too much salt, which we don't add a lot of salt, maybe a teaspoon, if that, maybe 3/4 of a teaspoon. And we're going to add probably about, the black pepper and the onion really work together in this to flavor everything. So I think we'll use about half a teaspoon of pepper. And if this were a boot and it were full of piss and the instructions were on the bottom, it would appear that I could pour piss out of a boot if the instructions were written on the bottom of the boot. But if you turn your cookware over, it'll tell you. I don't even know if you can see that. Oh, there it is. Right there. Even though you can't see it, it says 6 quarts. God, this camera sucks ass. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Funky. This is the same pan I cooked the beans in. Look, Dr. Pepper. And that's it. I'm going to go post this bullshit on my blog, and I'll take pictures and update the blog later. See ya!